The way you succeed on Etsy is to increase your order count, which will increase your revenue, and the best and fastest way to do this is by selling group theme shirts. In this video, I will be showing you some of the most profitable group theme niches that you should be designing for. The first one is bachelorette party shirts. Remember, the only way you can really stand out in a massive saturated niche like this is to trend combine, use trending fonts, and bring something unique and different to the table. I'll show you a few different examples here that I really like. Here's one, I'm the bride, and then they have different sayings for the bridesmaids. So I'll bring the dance moves, I'll bring the chaos, I'll bring the laughs. Very, very simple text-based design, but I'm sure it does very well. Bridesmaid, then just bride, but they're using popular shirt colors for bridal parties, and then a really nice font, very elegant font. Here's a great example of trend combining and using a retro font that's warped, and then they're repeating the word over and over again, which tends to do very well on Etsy. So for the bride, it just says bride, and then for the bridesmaids, it says babe. So a great example of creating something simple, but yet incorporating different trends and things that are currently popular and selling on the Etsy marketplace. I Do Crew, again, great mock-up, great color choice for shirts and for the font color. And here's an awesome example of bringing something different to the table. So it's a very simple text-based design, but they put it on tank tops, which you don't see too many tank tops for bridal parties here on Etsy. Don't overcomplicate it, don't overthink it, just make something simple yet trendy and you'll be able to stand out here on Etsy. Another thing I want to show you here, which you should always be doing anytime you're doing your trend research on Etsy, is using the search bar autofill. So if I click on the search bar here, it will autofill other ideas related to this niche or to this topic. And so we have bachelorette party shirts for Nashville, cowgirl, disco, down to fiesta, the beach. So a lot of different options. And this can give you more ideas for what sub niches you can design for. But that's a great way to get more ideas, get more inspiration, and to really see other routes or sub niches that you can go with within this specific niche. And as I mentioned before, you have to figure out different ways to be different and to really trend combine in order to stand out, because it is such a massive and saturated niche. And I'll show you a few different examples here in the bachelorette party shirts disco. Disco bride, dancing queens, last disco bride, really cool disco ball, let's go girls, bride's last disco. A prime example of trend combining and going into a sub niche with a niche that's already very popular on Etsy. I love this one here. Here comes the bride, and they're using a trendy retro font, but they're doing back prints, which you don't see too often. They had to scroll through here, look at the different sub niches that the search bar auto generates for you, and you'll be able to come up with a lot of winning, awesome designs for your store. Another tip and a reminder I want to give you is you're doing print on demand, so essentially you can print on anything. So it's very easy to bring something different to the marketplace that's currently not being offered. So you'll notice most of these are just t-shirts, and a lot of them are just these simple colored shirts. And you'll see a lot of soft creams and whites and pinks, but with print on demand you have a lot of different options. So if we go to Printify here, Printful also has some of these options. You can do something like tie-dye colored shirts, which is very popular, especially if you're going into like the disco or retro themed niches. Another option is comfort colors, which tend to do very well on Etsy, and Printify offers that option for you. So here we have the comfort colors. Another tip and recommendation I want to give you is doing custom bags. So they have tote bags you can do. They have these handbags that is a great option, and they have also these mini clutch bags. So it's just another way to stand out and to offer something different. And also remember, you can't forget about the groomsmen. That's a whole nother sub niche and category that you can start designing for that can increase sales in your store. And I'll show you some examples here. Groomsmen shirts. So again, same concept, same idea, but we have the groom and then team groom. I'll bring the ring, I'll bring the dollar bills, I'll bring the bail money, I'll bring the getaway car. So there's some clever ideas, but honestly, I feel like there's better bachelorette shirt ideas. So this is a great niche that you can start designing in today and bring something really awesome for the groomsmen. Because there's a lot of just black and white shirts, really boring text, boring fonts, but it would be a great niche to go into and to really capitalize on. And I just also want to show you how much of an opportunity there is here designing groomsmen shirts. So when you search groomsmen shirts, the result is only 11,400. But if you search bachelorette party shirts, you'll see how many there are. So we have 11,000 for the groomsmen versus 120,000 for the bachelorette party shirts. So don't miss out on the opportunity designing for the groomsmen. Next one is family vacation and reunion shirts. And summertime is the best time to be adding these to your store, as the summertime is the most popular time for families to go on vacations. And you can go into so many different sub niches within this category. The possibilities are endless. So you can do family shirts for cruises, campouts, sports games, really whatever you want. Making memories together, family vacation 2022. Making great use of color, and this is something you can do with print on demand. Here's another awesome example, your group name, your location, and then vacation 2022. So if you want to do a little bit more work and have a personalized option for your customers to purchase, this is not a bad idea at all. You can have a template built out, and then when the order comes in, all you have to do is go in and edit that template to fit their name and location. And you can even swap out graphics if you want, but it's a good idea to have some type of base for your template. And here's one similar to the bachelorette party shirts. So they have a specific name or title for each individual: the wild one, the sassy one, the loud one, the funny one. And this is a simple text-based design, but I'm positive it sells very often. And I can't stress enough how valuable it is to have group theme shirts available for sale in your store, because you can do such large quantities per order. So a lot of different ideas here to get inspiration from. And again, make sure you're using the search bar here to get more ideas. So if you select the search bar after typing in your main keyword, you'll have different ideas here. So family vacation shirts for beach, funny, mountains, specific destinations, Florida, family vacations to your cabin. Think of ways to go into different sub niches and to make something unique and different that will stand out. And then for family reunion shirts, it's going to be very similar. So we have like family tree here, 2022 family reunion, and then family, then the last name reunion. So again, that'd be a customizable one that you could do, and it'd be very easy to do as long as you build a simple template. Cousin crew, this is a great one. So you could have shirts for the cousins, for the uncles, for the aunts, and they all wear matching ones. And here's a destination one to the lake. And they have their last name they can plug in, and then the year that they're going. And then the last niche you should be designing in is for couples. So couples shirts. This one's not going to be as profitable as the first two I shared, but it's another great group theme shirts that you can do that tend to sell very well on Etsy. And there's a lot of creative ideas on Etsy, but because it's so saturated and such a massive niche, you'll see there's over 125,000 results. You can still cut out your own piece here by bringing something different, unique, and very clever, and I promise you can make sales. I get a lot of questions often when I make videos like this. How do you survive, or how do you make sales in niches like this? I promise you can if you're willing to trend combine and do all of the necessary fundamentals of creating a winning listing on the Etsy marketplace. But I'll show you a few examples here. So we have somebody's problem, then somebody. Here's another awesome one, wifey, then the year they were married, and then hubby, the year they were married. So again, you'll realize a lot of these designs that are ranking on the first page and selling very well are very simple text-based designs with very limited color. So that's one thing you can do. You can bring color to the table. You can do back prints, which you don't see a lot on Etsy right now, especially in these specific niches that I'm sharing today. But think outside of the box how you can make something different, because if you're just going in and copying these other designs that are selling well, I promise you'll have a very hard time having success on Etsy. You have to be different. But with that, you have to base it upon things that are already working and selling. I like this one here. It's a great example of trend combining. So we have power couple, and then powered by God since 2020. So incorporating maybe a religious theme, and then your couple theme here that the couple can wear. Where I go, trouble follows, and then trouble. Under new management, I'm the new manager. Really clever and funny idea. Examples like these tend to do very well where the design is split across the couples. So we have love, so L-O, then V-E, and then together since 2018. Really cool idea, and would not be hard to do at all. And they made this different by having the text be unique with a graphic filling the text. And within this niche, there's a lot of different subcategories that you can go into. So examples are like honeymoons, anniversaries, and parties. So there's a lot of opportunity and ideas here. Here's one last one that I really love. So this is nutritional facts. So wife and husband, nutritional facts, unconditional love, nagging, clean house, wine, always right, rule maker. Then for the husband, sarcastic, prankster, fart monster, always right, rule breaker. So again, very simple design, but it's very genius and funny. And remember, I'm showing you these examples just as inspiration. Never go and copy other sellers' designs. Have respect for them and bring something different that will stand out on the Etsy marketplace. If you don't have any listings for group theme shirts, I highly recommend start designing for these specific niches that I shared today, because it's a great way to increase your order count, which will increase your revenue and sales in your store. So don't miss out on this opportunity. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.